It's like you've never been on Twitch before. You're looking at the screen right there.
Oh, but like I was over here trying to look over there.
Anyway, we're a little tilted. We're a little off kilter because we're trying to fit into Carla Marie's kitchen.
Why is it crooked?
Because we're all like kind of leaning on one side.
That camera is physically crooked.
Yeah, but I feel like we're all leaning too, so I can like.
Why we're not sitting in the kitchen like this?
Anyway, welcome. If you've never been here before, my name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
I'm Michelle, owner of Fistful of Cake.
Yeah.
Michelle's also my cousin for the record.
Oh yeah, I'm Anthony's cousin.
So there's that part of it. But we're a little echoey as well. Are you? No one else is hearing that because I have the headphones in.
No.
I might turn this mic off soon. But we are going to be cooking today.
No.
We're gonna be
Baking today. Now, if you came here to sip some tea, we are not doing tea or coffee this morning. That will be tomorrow.
Well, it's evening. That's what we do with wine.
Exactly. Okay. So right now we are focused on baking. We're focused on hanging out here. Is anyone actually doing this at home? Did anyone get the ingredients for themselves?
So I have the chat also on my phone. I saw Yuritsa's in here, and she said, I'm here for Mishi, but also CMNA. Yuritsa, our former coworker from Elvis Duran in the Morning Show, hangs out with Michelle in LA now.
Yeah, she's the best.
And so you need to speak louder, man.
Yeah, she's the best.
There we go. It's funny because Michelle's also the loudest person.
Yeah, I was like, excuse me, what is happening? Let's see. Morgan from Cedro Woolley is baking along with us.
Nice.
What?
I'm just going to speak
Alina
into this
said,
microphone.
I know Anthony from over 25 years ago, and he's got the exact same personality. So fun to see y'all interact. I love the show and was on a YouTube watcher because figuring this out was too complicated, but I'm happy to say I did it, and
Nice.
I now know subs do not mean Subway sandwiches.
No, they could though.
Alina, thank you. That is amazing.
We had this debate a while ago, like what people call, here, stand up a little bit so I can use that microphone. There we go. What people call, here, we're just going to use this as a handheld mic. There we go. What people call different names for sandwiches.
Yeah.
And we've figured out you can have obviously just a sandwich. You can have a hoagie. You can have a sub, a hero, a grinder, and what was the other one?
A grinder.
A hoagie and a grinder are like South Jersey,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania dummies.
I don't know. That's it. But today we're not making sandwiches.
No, none of that.
Let me just shout out a few more people, and then we're going to do our s'mores blondies. Right?
Yeah,
No.
we're making s'mores blondies.
S'mores Blondies.
Yeah.
Radio Fam is baking along. Quartz with the K is baking along. Tacoma Swifty just got back from the store with all the ingredients. Diana in Vermont is ready to bake. This is so cool.
I love the fact that not only do we have everyone baking along with us, but we've got the hype train going. We just got into hype train level 3. And I think that for whatever happens during today's hype train, it should all just go to Fistful of Cake. I think we should just take whatever subs and bits and stuff and just send it over to Fistful of Cakes because they'll give us, Twitch gives us like a little readout. So maybe we'll be able to buy ourselves a cake.
Okay, but you said fists full of cakes.
No. Did I?
Yeah.
No,
I don't eat it. It's 2 fists, 1 cake.
Two fists, 1 cake.
I think Carla Marie said that I did that so she can use that joke.
No.
All right. So Michelle, take us through. I'm going to put the overhead camera on right now.
Okay.
Take us through what we've got. You can put everything into the camera and show people what we're working with.
Okay, so over here, you can see everything. Cool. Okay, we have 2 sticks of unsalted room temperature butter, brown sugar, 2 eggs and vanilla. We have our flour, our graham cracker, salt, and baking powder here. Our chocolate chunks. And then over here we have our egg white and our, can you see this? And our brown sugar.
Okay.
So for the egg white and the brown sugar, we're going to get to that later. It's optional. You can totally use something else if you don't want to make a meringue today.
And that's all the ingredients that we're going to need at some point today.
Correct. These are all the ingredients we're going to need.
All right, let me put the other camera back up now that we're done with the overhead. Oh, there it is. Hold on 1 second. All right, and we also now have a cat on the screen.
Erica Shea.
I love her so much.
If you are in the Washington area and you want to adopt 2 kittens, because we are currently fostering them.
Yeah.
They are available for adoption. So what is the first step, Michelle? What do we got to do?
So our first step is we are going to...
This person said it looks way too complicated.
It's really going to be way easier than you think it will be. If you don't have a mixer, totally fine. You can use a bowl and a wooden spoon. You got arm muscles. You're going to have strong. You can be way stronger after this if you do that. But we're gonna use a mixer today. And if you got the newsletter, and if you looked at the stories and stuff, you had the whole ingredient list. So pretty much if you have all that stuff, you're good. Also, just a note, I did do all of the ingredients in cups and teaspoons. And I also, if you notice, some of them said like 225G, that means 225 grams. As a pastry chef, we do everything in weight, just so everything is perfectly like to a T.
I learned that last time we baked.
Yeah, everything has to be super like detailed and super, it has to the T, everything. So
a few questions really quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Tacoma Swifty said, does it matter if it's chocolate chips or baking chocolate bars?
Personally,
She has her microphone.
Personally, I'm always gonna use like really good chocolate because I'm not the biggest fan of chocolate. So if it's really good, I'm gonna be happy. You could use whatever you have. Chocolate chunk. You could break it. You could chop it yourself. You could get chocolate chips from the store. Whatever your heart desires.
I'm just reading the chat. This is so fun. I'm so excited.
This is awesome. By the way, we're at level 4 of the hype train. So we've got to push this to level 5, hopefully. And maybe if we get through level 5, we'll do a shot as we're baking.
All right.
Well,
Makes
we're
sense.
going to drink wine.
Well, you can drink wine and take
All
a
right, you
shot.
talk.
I'll
I'm going
also
to
take
figure out how to open this. Oh, wait. I should have gotten...
What?
Is it in there? Where did I move the wine thing?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking
There
about.
she is.
So what is the first step, Michelle?
So our first step is we are going to be creaming the butter and the brown sugar together, which pretty much we're going to take our first off, we're going to take our paddle and attach it to the KitchenAid.
And if they don't have a mixer like this, what are they doing at home?
So if you don't have a mixer, you're going to just take the butter and put it in the bowl.
You don't have to melt it or anything. Just throw it right in there.
It's going to be room temperature.
Okay.
So it'll totally do its thing when you mix it with the sugar.
The oven. 350.
Yeah, preheat the oven to 350. You always want to start by doing that. But yeah, so butter in the bowl first. And I always scrape it because, you know.
Why are we scraping? What are we scraping?
Butter. We don't want to waste any butter.
Oh, so you're scraping it off of the
Paper.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, butter in the bowl. Brown sugar in the bowl.
What are you trying to say, Carla Marie?
Oh, you had the mic. I couldn't do
there
it.
you go.
UD Flyer said, I'm just watching tonight, but I'm planning on baking this later in the week.
Awesome. Well, if you bake it later in the week, please tag us and show us.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna turn it on, and this is gonna go for like 4 or 5 minutes. You really want the butter and the sugar to kind of just marry and become one.
Okay,
Mary.
So let's move the camera a little bit. There we go. This is the first time we're doing a real live cooking show, so.
Cooking.
Cooking. Can you guys see it? You good? All
Let
right.
Russ cook. There we go.
What is that? Oh, Russell.
Russell Wilson. Let Russ cook. So, let me get the microphone, Carla Marie. So you just put a whole stick of butter in there and let it go, and
Yeah,
it
so
does
it's
all
room
of it.
temperature.
I feel like if you're doing that with your hands, or not hands, but if you're doing it by hand, like mixing it with a whisk or something or a spoon, it's probably a little more difficult.
Yeah, so doing it by hand, it's definitely going to be a little bit more difficult. You're going to get that arm workout in. So,
According to some people, that's all I do. Just arm workouts.
but yeah, so you just want it to be on at least, if you're on a mixer, I would hit it with a level 6. You always want to start slow. You don't want anything to get, smack you in the face, because it will.
I've been there.
Oh, so if you just turn it on at 10, it just goes.
Yeah, it'll just the sugar will fly everywhere. The butter will.
So start slow. Okay.
Start slow. But like I said, here we're going to do room temperature butter. If you're doing it by hand, and you really are kind of feeling a little bit lazy, you can melt it.
Okay.
Question, did you already combine your dry ingredients?
I did already combine my dry ingredients. I put the flour, the baking powder, the salt, and I broke up the breadcrumbs a little bit, or not the breadcrumbs, I'm sorry, the graham cracker a little bit, just because we're going to throw this in the mixer.
Well, show everyone on the main camera what all the dry ingredients are.
Okay, dry ingredients, ta-da! Okay, so we have all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, and then I threw some of the graham in here. I broke it up in half. We're going to be
I don't want to
throwing
interrupt,
it.
but there's questions about what's happening right now.
Yeah, sure.
Do the size of the eggs matter? Oh, sorry, you didn't put eggs in our line.
I didn't put the eggs in yet.
Do the
but
size matter?
Just your
Medium or
regular
large?
large eggs.
Okay.
Yeah. Large is pretty much the standard when it comes
What
to
if someone's
eggs.
using like ostrich eggs or something like
We're-
gigantic?
don't
No?
do that.
Don't do that?
Just don't do that.
Was it both sticks of butter?
It was both sticks of butter. Yeah, 2 sticks.
But oh yeah, you did 2 sticks. Okay.
Unsalted.
Ooh, wait, we
Always
got a
bake with unsalted butter.
ton of subs from David Lim.
Oh, thank you, David. Did we get through hype train level 4?
Okay.
Let me double check.
Cheers, Michelle. I give you one.
Oh yeah, we're in hype train level 5 now. And we've got 3.5 minutes to get through that. Cheers to you guys. I'm going to pour myself a whiskey at some point.
Okay.
Oh man. Ooh, this is good.
What are we drinking? Just red wine, like generic?
It is Altered Dimension Cabernet. Found it at Bartell Drugs yesterday when I was picking up Caroline's prescription.
Oh.
She has a herpes flare-up, which, as I say this all the time to remind everyone, it's normal in feral cats, but hers is flaring up. But I had to actually go to the pharmacy yesterday and pick up her prescription, like, at Bartell Drugs, and I had to, like, sign up that I was her parent or guardian.
Well, you are.
There wasn't a pet option. It was, like, self, parent, guardian, spouse.
Anthony, can you switch the camera really quick?
I got it.
Okay, cool.
Just put the eye. No.
Okay, so we're creaming it. It's been about, I don't know, like 2-3 minutes. So we're going to scrape. Always get a spatula. Spatula is very important. Can you see it? Okay, there we go.
Is that just butter and
So
sugar?
this is literally just butter and sugar, brown sugar. So you always want to scrape. You always want to like make sure everything's
So you scrape
combined.
it off of like the...
Yeah, so we scraped it off of the sides just so it's like thoroughly combined. I'll also like go to the bottom. Sometimes, you know, like it's a paddle, it's a machine. You don't really have too much control over it. So we're gonna turn it on again for another like 2 minutes and let that go. And yeah.
Excuse me real quick. I'm gonna grab myself.
Uh-oh, Brittany in New Jersey's here.
Brittany what?
No, Brittany in New Jersey. Bingo, Brittany.
Oh, okay.
God only knows what she's going to mess up
In
tonight.
Arizona.
You're too far.
Oh, I'm too far. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to move your microphone for a second. I'm here. I'm actually going to put it there.
Okay.
Just a little further away. Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, back to us.
That's
You
gonna-
guys aren't
it's gonna
Twitch
snap
stupid.
against my necklace.
If you're Twitch stupid, we're Twitch
Okay,
stupid.
we'll put it under that level somewhere.
Leave Brittany alone. Speaking of, Britney Spears is engaged, and I have some feelings about this.
She's engaged?
She's engaged?
I literally said it in the car, and you were talking, and Anthony's response was, okay, I don't care about that right now.
It was true. I did not
Okay,
care about that.
so Britney Spears and Sam, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, are engaged. And my sister texted me and she was like, yo, Britney better get a prenup. And I was like, I think she learned that from her 72-hour marriage at this point. However, this guy's timing is very sus. Like, literally her dad just handed everything over and he's like, all right, I'm swooping in. I don't trust him. I might DM her about it.
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Tell her I say hi.
I will.
I just finished this bottle of bourbon.
That's a cat.
James E. Pepper, 1776. This is at the recommendation of our friends at Seattle Cocktail Club and Dead Men of Whiskey podcast. What? That's the podcast.
I know.
So if you are a bourbon fan, James E. Pepper, 1776 bourbon.
Fire.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
No,
Okay.
only one alcohol per stream, Michelle.
Well, what are we going to take shots
Just
of?
kidding. Did we...
Oh, did we get through level 5?
I can't tell.
Hey, well, wait. Hype train successful.
Success. Done.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
but it's always a success.
That was the caboose. Level 5 completed.
Does that mean shots?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think she can get engaged under her dad's orders. What? Okay, then that changes. I'm gonna do some research.
But I thought her dad doesn't have a say anymore.
He doesn't. That's why she's engaged now.
Oh.
All right, guys. So we're going to scrape down again. If you want to
let's
switch
go.
the
Yeah,
camera.
hold on. Camera switching.
All right.
Commenced.
Amazing. Thank you. So scrape down again. And now we're going to be adding our eggs. We're going to add them one at a time. So I put the egg and vanilla together because they're normally, regardless, I'm going to be putting them in at the same time. So it's fine if you mix them together. It's fine if you mix them separately as well. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to turn this on maybe like a level 2 and just one at a time.
This seems very stressful.
It's not. You're good. And if you're doing it by hand, same thing, just one at a time.
Meringue said, I'm too many Tito's and sodas in
sorry.
to be baking, but I'm trying.
What's up?
She's too many Tito's and sodas in to be doing this, but she's trying.
That
when
just
you're
makes
sober.
it more fun.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Throw some Tito's in there, you know?
So we're
Jolly
going to turn
Russian
it up a
Buddhist,
little bit.
aka your cousin Justin, said that looks so smooth.
Thanks.
It's like she's a pro or something.
It's like I'm a pro, yeah.
How much vanilla?
So it's a teaspoon of vanilla.
Teaspoon of sugar.
So while it's on and while it's mixing at like a low level, one or
Right.
two, you throw the eggs and vanilla in there together.
Right.
And,
And
how long are we gonna mix it now?
So I added the second egg. I let it kind of like, it's not fully combined, but I'm just going to scrape down so I can leave it for like about a minute or two.
And scraping down, it just means get everything like kind of mixed up again so that the mixer doesn't miss
Right.
anything.
So we're just getting it off the bowl just so everything is kind of together so it can mix properly. I'm going to let that go for another 2 minutes.
What'd you say, Carla Marie?
Cup is full.
Okay.
Can you explain to people what that means?
So the hype cup?
Yeah.
The hype cup being full. There's the button right there, Carla Marie. Here, let me go back to the main
That wine's
feed.
good.
Let me
very
explain
tasty.
this. So
Brittany
our hype
in
cup.
New Jersey
So
just
our-
gifted 3 billion and a half sub. Oh my God, girl.
Who is this?
Brittany in New Jersey. Wait.
Is she drunk again?
Okay. Explain why you just said that.
So we did a
where to put this.
drag queen bingo back in June to celebrate Pride Month, and Brittany was playing along, and obviously we were doing it with our friends at Seattle Cocktail Club. So the whole idea was you get a bingo board at home, we play on Twitch, and you can drink along at home as we are drinking in the studio. Of course, always drink responsibly. So. And threw the game off
I
once
don't
or
think
twice.
she was that drunk, but she yelled bingo.
Twice.
And we gave it to her, and then it actually wasn't hers, and it was a shit show. But everyone, like, honestly, Brittany made the night.
I think she made it so much better.
Yeah.
So, and
So
I
I call her
appreciate
Bingo Brittany.
Yeah, Bingo Brittany. I appreciate all of those subs. Now, the hype cup, which is where my hand is now.
Nope.
There it is. That fills up anytime you subscribe to the channel, you gift a subscription, you cheer with some bits, you follow along. All of those things drop little icons into the hype cup. And when it fills up, usually during our streams, we take a shot. So that's what we're going to do. But we usually
Very
do it
excited.
once every show. Brittany just filled it up on her own. I don't know if we're going to do 2 shots today. We'll see what happens.
As you're doing this next part, Michelle, Mark would like to know, what's your opinion on real vanilla and imitation vanilla?
Okay.
What is imitation
so,
vanilla? Like completely fake? It's got nothing in it?
It's not real vanilla. It's just pretty much like, smells like vanilla. It kind of
It walks
tastes
like
like
a duck.
vanilla.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Me neither, but sure.
Okay, so
I'm
what
with it.
are your feelings about the difference between the two?
There's nothing like real vanilla. Real vanilla is like steeped in, actually kind of normally steeped in bourbon, or some sort of alcohol. That's how you make extracts.
Is it more
yeah.
expensive? I'm assuming there's a price difference.
Definitely more expensive.
Well, what did I use?
We used imitation because that's what you had. It's
Disgusting.
still gonna taste good.
Only fake shit around here.
You're still gonna taste the vanilla in there, but there's really nothing like pure vanilla extract. There's also, in my opinion, I normally bake with vanilla bean paste. So like you'll get the little bean pods and like in there, and it's really nice.
Okay.
It just like really elevates the flavor.
So now that we've mixed in, what do you got there, Carla?
Brittany gifted the subs because her husband said she had to because he went to Rutgers, and I'm wearing a Rutgers shirt. So you need to
see?
say, go
Okay.
Rutgers. We
Nope.
got 25 subs.
Won't do it.
Say it.
I can't do it.
Say
I'll pay her back for all of them.
So let's switch back to this really quick.
Yes.
The
All
thing
right.
we're here for?
So we are
No, I think she means the camera.
the camera. So this is what you want it to look like. Everything is together. It looks a little coagulated. That's exactly what you want it to look like. What we're going to do now is we are going to, and this is how I like to do it. I'm going to add basically the graham cracker first.
Whoa, you just put them right in there?
Just putting them right in here. And if you're doing this by hand, I suggest like breaking it up first, the graham cracker.
What if you have like a Ninja or something? Can you throw it in there for a
You
little
can
bit?
totally throw it in a Ninja first.
Oh, we could
yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
The
but
graham
it's okay. We
crackers
have a
themselves,
mixer.
right?
Yeah.
So with the mixer, it's fine. Like it's going to, but you have to do this. And I'm going to like, please pay attention to how I'm using the lever with the.
Everybody pay attention now.
Just because you don't want them to break up and go flying everywhere. So like very slowly, you are going to turn it on and turn it off, just to control the graham cracker a little bit from not flying around everywhere.
Michelle, did you oil and flour your 9x13 pan?
So do we have Pam?
Pan?
Okay.
Like
You
a
know
spread?
what? We don't. I would say so. I kind of paid attention earlier. We don't have Pam, and I didn't put it on the list. But there's half a pound of butter in this, so it's really not going to stick.
Okay. It's
So
good to know.
really, you're gonna be fine. Okay, so since this is a s'mores blondie, I want the graham cracker to be chunkier than rather than it be super fine. So I only broke it up a little bit, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna scrape the bowl again.
Yo, the chat is on fire. We're doing Sunday night streams from now on. Justin, your brother, Anthony, and your cousin, Michelle, said, go Rutgers, and are those your baking hoops?
You know what?
Oh, we'll have to show it.
Yeah. I'll show you.
You know what they
hoops in
say, the
just a
bigger the
second.
hoop, the hotter the oven.
And Brittany in New Jersey said she's going to return her I Love Anthony candle because you won't say go Rutgers.
You know what you should do? You should burn it.
I hate you. I hate that I laughed at that.
Wait, that was really good. Okay, so I'm adding the flour now, and I'm going to also add the chocolate chunk.
Coagulated is a funny
So
word.
It really is.
that chocolate that you just threw in there, that chocolate, if I was
chocolate.
trying to not be from New Jersey, did you buy it like that or did you chop it up?
So I bought this like this. Normally, I have a favorite chocolate. I will
Which is
chop
what?
it. My favorite chocolate is the
Trader Joe's.
dark chocolate from Trader Joe's. It comes in a pound block, and
the
I
camera.
chop it up, and it's seriously my favorite. Like
And you
it's
just chop
so
it like with a
good.
knife, like you just make
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
cubes. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go back to the mixing camera real quick now that we know Michelle's favorite chocolate.
So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the graham cracker and just kind of go slow just because it's flour and we don't want it to fly all over the place.
Mama Marie would like to know if you can use graham crumbs.
You can use graham crumbs. I personally like the graham cracker to be a little bit chunkier because it is a s'mores blondie and I want to like bite into the graham cracker,
yeah.
but that's really about your preference. Like it's not really a big deal. You can totally use graham crumbs and buy graham crumbs.
So you'll get the
instead.
same taste essentially, but you'll have a different experience with it.
Yes.
You'll have a different texture experience.
Yes, absolutely. So in the flour was the cinnamon, the salt, the baking powder, and I threw in the chocolate chunks. Now that it's like, sorry, what?
Didn't you say there wasn't flour? Or
No,
did
there
you-
is flour.
But we had enough. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I got very confused for a second.
So now that like it doesn't look like it's gonna fly around everywhere, I'm gonna let this go for not too long because we don't want the gluten to get all crazy.
So for someone like me who doesn't know anything about cooking or baking or anything, you're doing a lot of this like just by looking at it, kind of judging for yourself because you're a professional.
Right.
How long should I be doing the mixing for things?
So-
am I looking for a consistency or is it a time?
It's more of a consistency, but for this part, I would say it's not going to take too long. The last part, it's not going to take too long. For the creaming the butter and the sugar, I would say, I know I started out saying 4 to 5 minutes, but I would do even like up to 7. You just really
Okay.
want them to be creamed together. When it comes to the eggs, 30 seconds in between each egg, and then after you add the second egg, you can go for 1 minute to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Like
So
I
again,
said,
you want to really mix in there.
yeah, you want it to mix in there. You want it to be coagulated. You want it to look how I showed you earlier. And then with the graham cracker, it's just till it's broken up and so it doesn't fly in your face. With the flour, it's just till, the flour is combined. And this is gonna go in for another 30 seconds and then we're gonna put it into the pan.
Mergen, who has been drinking a lot of Tito's, said, I feel like I missed the step.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to help you there. The flour is already in. The flour was a part of the dry mixture.
Woo!
And then another question was, what's the difference between a blondie and a brownie?
Brownies have chocolate in them.
Well, this has chocolate.
Right, but brownies are actually made if you're making brownies the right way, you start by melting the chocolate with the butter, and then you mix the eggs with the sugar, and then you slowly add the chocolate mixture, and then you add the flour, and you barely mix the flour into it. It's just such a completely different
So would you say,
process.
are they similar ingredients but very different process?
Similar ingredients, kind of.
Okay.
We're not melting the chocolate in this case. And yeah, it's super different.
Are there any other questions coming through the chat in terms of like keeping track with everything?
Okay, wait. People said they missed a step. A few people saying they feel like they missed a step 2 with the graham crackers.
Okay.
So
So
when
let's
you-
go back.
What do they feel like they missed?
Let's see. I'm going to go back to the other.
Okay. Tacoma Swifty said, I feel like you went fast with the graham crackers and I missed a step 2. So
Okay.
talk about, again, when you put the graham crackers in.
So when the eggs are all good and they're creamed into the butter and sugar mixture, you just kind of add the graham crackers to the mixture, and you want them to be broken up. Not too much, not too little. It's really up to you, your preference. And then after the graham cracker is to the consistency you would like it to be, that's when you...
I feel like some people have that question as well. It's preference.
It's really all preference. You can even, like Mama Marie said, you can totally use just ground graham. You can buy that from the store if you'd like, if you prefer it that way. It's not a big deal at all.
And the flour went in with the graham crackers?
So the flour went in after the graham crackers, when they were at half of the consistency that I wanted them to be.
Okay.
And then when I added the flour, I just added all of the dry together. So I added the flour, the cinnamon, the baking powder, the salt, and the chocolate chunks. And then I mix them all together.
Maybe we should just wait for... Let us know when you're caught up.
Yeah, let us know when you're all caught up. Because we're pretty much good, so...
Justin said, how do I know if it's combined? Am I looking for a certain consistency? This part.
I'll show you.
That's the same question I did.
Maybe he was just repeating you. He's being a younger brother.
So it's going to look like
here,
cookie
let me-
dough in a way.
Let me.
It does look like cookie dough.
It's going to look like cookie dough.
Hold on.
Da-da-da-da.
There it is.
See, it kind of looks like cookie dough. That means it's ready. Everything's combined. You don't see any flour pockets. Like I said, you want to make sure you're scraping down the bowl like between each step so that you don't have to worry about it not being completely combined, et cetera, et cetera.
Justin wants to know if it's supposed to be sticky.
Yes, it's going to be sticky.
Okay.
It's going to be
Actually
sticky.
doing this?
I don't
thought he
know.
was in Chicago.
I don't know if that or he's just trolling us.
It's fine. He always has questions. I love it.
I just don't know if he's actually doing it at home.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if he's backing up.
Kelsey said this is a delicious accompaniment. How do you say that word? Accompaniment to my schoolwork.
Aw.
And some other stuff not related to baking I'll get to.
All right.
Okay. A lot of people saying they're ready, though.
You're ready. Everyone's ready.
Hold on, wait.
All right.
Brittany in New Jersey said she's going to burn the I Love Anthony candle at the next Rutgers tailgate.
That's fine.
And Court in Spokane said, you won't say it for 25 subs because she went to Rutgers. She wants to know what it will take for you to say, go Rutgers.
That's. I'll think about it. That's a big ask.
I want you to say, I bleed scarlet. What will that take?
I mean, I bleed red
So you do bleed scarlet.
like a human.
But like blood is scarlet red.
So, isn't it blue inside, though?
Is it?
Yeah, something like that. I think it depends on which direction it's going in. Is it going to your heart or away from your heart?
I don't know about that. You were the bio major.
Yeah, for a little bit, then I quit. All right, what do we got?
You got a 9x13 pan.
Okay, and what do we do with that
'Cause I don't
9x13
know.
pen?
So what we're going to do is, this is good. We can put this to the side because I'm sure you guys, can you guys see this right here?
They should. I can move it around.
Martha said, I'm just watching and drooling. Damn sick kids were so needy today. Oh, Martha will love to know what we're having for dinner.
Oh, I'm making the same thing that I made last time when we did this. I'm making matlube, which is my favorite Arabic dish ever in life.
Let me check this other camera. Let's see how that looks. All right.
All right, cool.
So you can center that a little bit if you'd like, Michelle.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is you can spray it, you can put parchment if you'd like, but right now we're just going to put it directly in there because there's so much butter in here that it's probably not going to stick, in all honesty. So we're going to
Just a whole glob in there, huh?
plop it in.
Nuts.
It looks like cookie dough. That's what you want it to look like. Like Justin said, it's going to be sticky.
Ooh, sticky icky.
Do you know Kenderella, Michelle, by any chance?
I do. That's like one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Is it a he or a she?
It's her name is Kendra.
Okay.
It's
Hi,
Well,
Michelle.
Kendra said, I don't know what that is, but I want it, Michelle.
I can make it for you, my love. Okay.
Or you can tell her what it is.
It's
Oh, yeah.
a s'mores
There's
blondie.
s'mores blondies.
I think that part helps as well.
Okay, so I'm just going to spread this in like as evenly as possible throughout the whole pan. Is that who texted me? Is that Kendra who texted me?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
Someone texted me.
So spread it around the pan, but don't like smush it, right?
Yeah, you can. I mean, that's fine. It's not
Okay.
a big deal if you do.
Someone also said, I'm allergic to chocolate.
Okay.
What, can they like make this without the chocolate, or is there a good sub?
You can totally make this without chocolate. You can also add whatever you want to it. You can add nuts to it. You can really do whatever.
What would you, if someone told you they couldn't have chocolate, what would you put for them instead?
Well, it's a s'mores blondie, so there's always chocolate in s'mores.
Okay.
But
I think
if,
there's, oh no, there's not chocolate free. I was thinking dairy free.
I don't know if you're allergic to chocolate or if you're, well, I mean, yeah. So I can't say white chocolate because it has cocoa butter in it.
What if you're making, okay, so let's remove the s'mores part of it. If you're making a blondie, because blondies normally have chocolate anyway, right?
No,
no?
not necessarily.
Okay.
They don't have to have chocolate in them.
I'll just make something else.
Yeah, you can do everything. You can pretty much make the whole thing, and add nuts instead of the graham cracker. You can add, yeah, basically.
Oh, peanut butter chips, Carrie said.
Yeah, peanut butter chips work too.
Someone wants to know if you can use, sorry, I didn't see who. Oh, UD Flyer wants to know if they can use a Pyrex pan.
You can. It's going to bake a little differently because Pyrex pans aren't meant for baking. They're meant for like cooking food in them. And baking, it's a little bit harder to get everything even in a Pyrex pan.
Does the heat not distribute evenly?
The heat does not distribute evenly. So
I sound like I know what I'm talking
you
about.
do.
I don't.
I'm actually very impressed. So
I
this
don't.
is what we're gonna just plop this in the oven. I try to smooth it as much as possible.
Oh, there might be like stuff stuck to the bottom of my oven, so it may make it smoky.
You're good.
All right, and also I want to give a huge shout out to
Chels.
Chels Olsen for gifting 5 subscriptions. So we're going to get the other camera on here in a second.
If you gifted subs and we missed it, please tell us.
All
We
right.
definitely did. All right,
I'm
so
gonna
now back up a little bit, Carla Marie, so people can see what's
So-
happening over there.
Oven is at 350. We're going to place the blondies in at the middle,
They're in the middle.
and it's going to be, we're going to set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes? I gotta wait 30 minutes to eat these?
No, you have to wait longer than that.
What?
Now we're gonna make the meringue.
So we're gonna wait a little bit,
Okay.
maybe like in a couple minutes, and then we're gonna do the meringue.
But if you aren't gonna do the meringue, explain what
Oh,
they're gonna do.
So if we're not going to do the meringue, basically after the 30 minutes, you are going to toss some marshmallows on top, and
Like literally
you're
just
gonna,
place marshmallows? Like
yeah, you're gonna place the marshmallows on
Jet
top.
Puff marshmallows, just put them on top? Okay.
Excuse me, they're
And
not
then-
paying for this.
I don't know. Is there another marshmallow company? I thought Jet Puff was
I
the
know,
only
are there
company that makes
other?
marshmallows.
I don't know.
You can get them from anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. They make vegan marshmallows now, and like marshmallows without gelatin and stuff.
So you take them and you just place them like evenly on top?
Yeah, you just place them on top, and then once we get to that point, I'll kind of tell you like how you would place the marshmallows on top. But regardless, you put them on top, put them back in the oven for about 10 minutes, and then you take them out and wait for them to cool, and then you can eat them. But
So-
with the meringue, it's going to be a little bit different.
Okay, so people who are choosing to use marshmallows today, I was about to say mushrooms. People who are choosing to use marshmallows, just wait until that step later on, and you'll explain it as we're doing
Yes,
the
you're
other
not
stuff.
going to be placing the marshmallows on right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Court said, this batter / dough is delicious. I didn't get to, wait a minute.
You can do it like the spoon.
You scraped it too good.
I mean,
That is a
My
good
mom
scrape.
always leaves me way more than that. Oh, wow.
I'm good. I'll wait.
You would be the I'm not going to lick the batter
I
person.
don't know. It was in the sink. I don't want to do it.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. Also, I just have I'm not going to lick that thing after you did.
yeah.
Do the marshmallows later. We'll tell you when to do marshmallows, not yet.
So you're placing it in the oven for about 30 minutes at this point.
So now we're all going to chill. You also, and this is fun because my family's not the greatest at communicating. Apparently, Michelle has an announcement that I don't even know about.
Oh Yeah.
And she started saying it before the stream, and neither of us knew what she was talking about. So we said, just wait and tell us live on Twitch.
Okay.
So what is the announcement
So
that you didn't tell your own cousin?
I didn't tell anybody, honestly. So I am going to be on another baking competition show.
Ooh, and remind people with the
Yeah.
show that, because you won the last show.
Yeah, so I was on a show called Girl Scout Cookie Championship on Food Network back in February 2020.
Jeez.
And I won.
Champ.
So for this show, it's called Baker's Dozen. It airs on October 7th on Hulu.
Ooh.
And I am on, I think, the 4th episode.
Oh, so it's a series. Because the
It's a
last thing you
series,
did on
yeah.
Food Network, that was like a one-off show.
It was a one-off show, but there were 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, there were?
Yes.
Yes.
I screwed the other ones.
What? No, you were only on one episode.
I was only on one episode.
So,
yeah. I'm only on one episode of
this.
this one too. It's kind of like the same.
What is the
What are you allowed to tell us?
The concept of the show.
So there's 13 contestants. Baker's Dozen. And then first round is a decorating round, and second round, honestly, you guys should just watch it.
So are you on a team?
No, I'm baking on my own.
And you're on one episode. And there's 13 people per episode, though.
There's 13 people
okay.
per episode.
Got it. Okay.
So, can you tell us if you're undefeated in the TV world of baking
Don't tell
competitions?
us.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm
Don't.
gonna
Don't
tell
say it.
you that I'm not allowed to talk about
Okay,
that.
good. Don't even. Okay, don't do that. Let's see. A lot
But
of
I
things
love that, too,
happening.
because I know with the Food Network, because it went live like regular TV, I love that with Hulu, we can just like send a link and everyone can watch it the second it goes
it's
live.
super cool.
Sweet Eats by V, who I think I've connected you with
Yeah,
on Instagram,
yeah.
said, I'm jumping in really quick. Chels, your subs just came through again. What, you did more? She said, jumping in really quick to say, I'm so sad I'm missing the stream. My friend invited me last minute to the opening Rams game. I'll hopefully catch a replay.
That's
Have
still pretty
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
One of the Rams game would be over now if she's here now, right? Is she jumping in or jumping
Just
out?
jumping in to say hi and then leaving.
Oh, okay.
Chels, thank you for more subs.
Who are they playing?
I don't, like, you really? Andre said, you should beat Bobby Flay. That's a show.
So, yeah, what do you think I should
October
make?
7th.
October 7th.
Okay.
It airs on Hulu.
I do have to, considering the cup has now been filled up like 3 times, I definitely owe everybody a shot.
Wait, Meringue said, you made my sister-in-law's... Okay, I'm going to try to read this. Meringue said, you made her sister-in-law's wedding cake in April 2020. What? And the small world we live in came full circle when I realized you were related to Anthony.
That's crazy.
So So Kelsey's also in this chat. You made Kelsey's sister-in-law's wedding cake in April 2020.
Oh, how awesome.
Tell us who it is.
Yeah, tell me what the cake looked like, who it was.
Brittany.
It was just ice.
Oh, let's see what you do with this ice.
I take it out of the ice tray.
And then you don't replace it.
No, I
Terrible.
won't replace it now.
Brittany said, so I'm obviously from New Jersey. Her handle is Brittany, New Jersey. But I travel to Cali every couple of months. How can I get Michelle's creations as we are usually in Santa Monica or Santa Barbara?
Okay, so I work out of Long Beach. My kitchen is in Long Beach. So I have to clean this.
I know, but your face. Oh, wait, that was a quick question. Do they need to clean their bowl for the meringue?
If you're doing this, your bowl has to be extremely clean for the meringue. Like no traces of butter in any capacity. Like super, super, super clean.
That sounds like a lot of pressure.
I mean, it won't work otherwise.
Hold on, you're careful. Don't use that guy.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. My bad.
What?
My bad.
Oh, at least my God. I was like, he ain't gonna help you with the water spray.
So if you guys are ever in the LA area, by all means, send me an email and I will do my best to accommodate your order. Let me know at least 2 weeks in advance would be fantastic. If you have more time, that's cool too. I have a seasonal menu and I have a cake menu that usually doesn't change that often. And yeah, I'm always changing my seasonal menu.
So I'll put your website in here in a second.
Yeah.
Court said, can I just switch to an already clean bowl and my hand mixer, or is the stand mixer better for the next step?
You can absolutely just go to a clean bowl and a hand mixer if that's what you prefer to do.
Thank you, Claire. That is Michelle's website. Tacoma Swifty said, I'm just going to do the marshmallows because this is already way more experienced baking than I'm used to. Totally fine.
Totally fine. It's going to taste great still.
What is meringue is like a fancy marshmallow?
So meringue, essentially in a way, yeah. So meringue is...
Because I don't think I've ever heard. I've
No,
heard of
she
lemon
makes
meringue.
little meringues. Remember those little things?
Right.
Those little things that are in her.
I thought that was a marshmallow. The little squares?
No. They look like little stars.
Yeah, so meringues can be like...
Oh, I
There's
thought
a
those
lot.
were marshmallows.
Essentially, in a way,
Okay.
yeah. Nuha loves them.
Okay.
That's
my
their aunt.
That's yeah. So there's
I love them.
A whole bunch of different things you could do with meringue. Meringue is so cool. You can make just straight up marshmallow with them. It is the base to them. There's a lot of other steps that go into it though. And
You
then
can take them to the movies.
Wait.
You can go on rides with them. She said we could do a lot with meringue.
Can you make meringues? We can make our own Lucky Charms, like fancy Lucky Charm with meringue and something. I don't know. She's like, yeah. I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know how to tell you this is a shitty idea on your own stream, but it is. This is why I don't do this part.
So yeah, you can make meringues are very versatile. You could dry them. That's what you like. The little meringue cookies. They're dried meringues. You keep them in the oven at very low temperature and you cook them that way. Pretty much to take all of the moisture out of them and they become like crunchy and like kind of soft
So
on the
I
inside.
love them.
It's really nice.
Can you? Mighty Minnie said, "Don't be an ice hole, Anthony."
Oh. Also, Justin, these are my reg hoops right now. I'd be wearing these every day because I
You're
lost
a
my
maniac.
other hoops.
Okay, so where did this just go? Was a question. Oh, about the cake that you made in April 2020.
Tell me.
Meringue said it was white frosting with roses and a gold drip. I was supposed to go out to LA/Malibu for her wedding, but COVID made her cancel. But you still made the cake, I guess.
The gold drip. Was this year?
April 2020, which when she said it, I thought was 5 years ago and forgot it was actually just last year.
No, I think what you're saying is the cake was made for the wedding, but she could not do
Oh.
the wedding
And
due to COVID.
do you
Move the
remember?
mic away from
You
her.
don't.
Yeah, I totally remember.
You don't.
No, I do.
Oh, do you remember her name? No way.
I don't.
I would never.
I don't. I'm
never
so sorry. I don't
Hold,
remember
please.
the name.
There's one.
Oh, I like these.
What is this?
Carla went all the way to Japan for that.
I got this in Japan,
The Disney version.
in Disney World.
All right.
Like drinking.
This
around the
is,
world.
it's just Tito's, and I squeezed the lemon in there and then left the actual lemon as I was shaking it to get even more lemony. I don't know if that's a bartender thing. I don't know if that's okay, but I did.
Okay.
Cheers, guys. Thank
Cheers,
you.
guys.
fam.
Not only for the hype train, but for filling the cup at least twice, I think.
Thanks for being here, guys. I'm
Possibly
very excited to be
3
doing
times.
this with you
Smiles
guys.
suck.
Cheers. That was
Girl.
pretty easy.
Just swallow it and blow out. Didn't we teach you this? Swallow, blow.
I just don't like when it burns.
Well, it won't burn if you don't keep it in your mouth.
Oh, Mergen said it's on Instagram. She'll comment on it, so we'll see it pop up. Kelsey said, wait, what did I miss about Bobby Flay? Nothing. Someone recommended that Michelle goes on Beat Bobby Flay because she has already been on a Food Network game show about baking, and she's going to be on another one on Hulu called Baker's Dozen, October 7th. We'll remind you 1.5 billion times, don't worry. Oh, boy. We have a new guest here.
This is Max. I love her. I love all of Carla Marie's cats.
Look at the tail around his neck. I can't.
It's like
You're
my
like,
scar.
you're like the guy at the circus who has a snake on him.
Except it's a cat.
Except you're like the guy in New York City. Remember the guy in New York who walks around with the cat in his head?
Yeah,
I get it.
He skateboards with it.
I can do it.
Do you?
I had got the rollerblades. Do you want a rollerblade?
Okay.
She's so pissed.
So how much time do we have left in this? 20 minutes in the oven. How long will it take to do the meringue?
About 7 minutes.
Okay, cool. So we got some time.
It was a red drip cake with a gold flake.
Yeah, I remember which one. you're talking about.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you a question. For the people who are going to make the meringue, or if people are going to do this down the road, you said it takes about 7 minutes.
Yes.
Does it matter if you do it right away or right before you put it in the oven? Like, does the timing of making the meringue matter while you're waiting for the
Yes.
oven?
The timing of the meringue
a good
definitely
question.
does matter because you just don't really want meringue to sit there. It'll like deflate. And you'll understand what I mean when I start making it. So yeah, you just kind of want to make it right before it goes in the oven, and then You're good.
So when there's like 10 minutes left, we'll start making the meringue?
Yes, when
Okay.
there's 10 minutes left, that makes sense.
So we got 9 minutes of just hanging out here.
All right.
With some baking questions. Did we get more subs just now?
Wait, yeah, Chels, are you okay? Do you have an automatic button to go off every 5 minutes?
Blink if you need help.
Yeah. Thank
Send
you for
more
that.
subs if you need help.
Thank you for that. Tacoma Swifty said if you go on baking, what is it? Beat with Bob. What's it called?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Beat Bobby Flay, and you made an Arabic. My words
slow it
aren't
down.
working. Go on Beat Bobby Flay and make an Arabic dish, and you would definitely win.
Yeah.
Which, talk a little bit about what we're having for dinner.
So we're making matlube. We actually made this on our when we did this the first time back
Yeah.
in January. It's by far my favorite Middle Eastern dish ever. So it's pretty much means...
Max will not get off Anthony's back. That's why we're laughing.
She's sitting right on. Yeah, that one.
So we just, Meringue just dropped the link of the cake that Michelle made in the chat, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I totally remember.
That's
making
so
that
crazy.
cake. So cool.
Okay.
I would make matlube. It means flipped over in Arabic.
Matlube. Like, how often are you guys using that word for anything other than this food?
Like,
Like if you got into a car accident.
yeah,
it's
I didn't want to
matlube.
say that, but yeah, it's siyara matlube.
What does
Or
that
if
mean?
like,
The car flipped over.
How do you say car?
Il Ciato is the car. Matlube
Ciato.
is flipped over.
You're saying Seattle to me.
Ciata.
siyara.
Oh.
Like Sierra.
Seattle sounds like it would be a kind of car.
Well, it is. A Ciata is a car.
What do you
A
say?
Hyundai Ciata is
Yeah.
a car. A Ciara.
I thought it was
Okay,
Sonata.
well, you think I
No,
might...
I exaggerated the R. You wouldn't actually say it like that, but there's an R there in Ciara.
Carla Marie, can
Is
you
that
roll
where
your
they
R's?
came? No, especially now. Is that where they came up with the Hyundai Sonata name? You think?
No, probably not. I mean, I doubt it. But who knows?
A Hyundai car, Matlube car.
And that little
Hyundai
car.
car.
Oh.
Not good. Don't buy that car.
Don't buy that car.
Jeeps could put. You should have put yours. So dumb. You should have put
Thanks.
Matlube on your Jeep upside down. You know how it's like if you can read this.
I don't want to
help.
put that in the world, though.
Okay.
Because I don't want
That's
anyone to
some
be like,
bad juju.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me try this.
Okay. So it means
love
flipped
burping.
over. You bake the food in a pot and you flip it over and you eat it with yogurt.
My favorite thing about Arabic food is
Oh, that's good.
the
forgot
word hummus. Because chickpeas are hummus. What you make with chickpeas is also hummus. And then there's like another, or is that it? That's really it, right?
No, there's like other things you can make with it. Like you can do like the hummus like salad, like not salad, but like the hot one.
No, but I'm saying, so you're making you're
It's-
taking hummus, you're adding a bunch of stuff to it, and it just remains hummus.
Yeah, pretty
That's it.
much. In Arabic, yeah. So you don't know when my mom says, I have hummus at the house. I don't know if
Yeah.
she's talking about a can of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, same thing.
Yeah.
Or if she's talking about hummus that I put my pita bread in and I eat.
But who named the creamy hummus? Like Americans or?
No, I don't think so.
Arabs, for
Okay,
sure.
I was gonna say because Americans would do that.
And I think the Arabic language it's also very difficult.
Yeah,
And has like weird intricacies that don't make any sense.
That's a fact.
What do we got in the chat? And we have 5 minutes until we're going to start making the meringue. If you have questions about the process thus far, holy crap, Chelsea, 1,000 bits? Thank you very much.
Well, Chelsea, this is for you then.
Hello.
What, you're going to give her the cat? She
said
gets the
love
cats?
them.
She said she gave subs because Max was cute.
Max is a cutie.
Radio fam, read that. At the bottom.
My boyfriend's old boss insisted it's pronounced hummus,
Hummus?
but I've never heard it like that. No, it's not hummus.
It's not hummus, it's hummus.
Yeah.
If we're going to say it in Arabic, it's hummus.
Anthony looks very tall right now. It's, well, A, I'm with short people, and B, the camera angle isn't helping either.
You're also tall. Like, what?
I'm slightly taller than average.
I mean,
Slightly taller than average.
okay, so I'm 4'11".
No, you're not.
I'm 4'11". I'm wearing sneakers right now. You didn't know I was 4'11"?
So you're legally a little.
That's
person.
4'10". Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be more to it than just the height, though, to be qualified as a little person.
No, because it has to do with I think driving the height part. Like
Oh, so legal. Okay,
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it. So the legal qualifications, as opposed to like the actual genetic.
Yeah.
Would you call it? I don't want. This is gonna sound weird. The genetic mutation that happens
I don't know. We're not
within your
qualified
body.
to have that
Yeah, I don't know.
conversation.
What else? There was a
Michelle is Ricky sized. True.
yeah. Michelle and Ricky are actually they've never met in person. They know
They're
of each
the
other.
same person.
I actually have met her. I dropped off donuts to her once, but it was like a very brief interaction.
Yeah, but you guys are very
seems
very
so cool.
similar.
Yeah.
She is cool. She's a good person. Yeah, but I'm not tall. I'm just not short. Like if you go on Tinder, girls don't like me because
No.
I'm not over 6 feet tall.
No.
If you're not 6 foot, swipe left. Assholes. My daughter is 19 and 5'9" 3/4. She said
4'9".
4'9" is technically a little person. Interesting.
She is.
Oh, it's 4'9". I thought 4'9" is.
No. They're
I don't know the difference.
She technically is. 4'10" would be as
Yeah,
well.
you were right.
Okay.
Both of those things are correct. You said
Oh,
4'10".
okay.
She is 4'9" 3/4. So they're both the same thing.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions about the baking process before we start the meringue? What?
Or bake. Does anyone have questions about baking?
Or baking in general?
Fred the mailman said I'm over 6 feet, and I don't like those women on Tinder.
Yeah, they suck.
They just want you for your height, not your mail dropping skills.
It's kind of crazy though, because like, if a guy went on and was like, "Yo, if you're over 5'10", like, don't swipe, you tall bitch," you know, like, no.
But you're thinking it.
Huh? What do
You
mean
know
I'm
what?
thinking?
Thinking.
Okay, I've
No, I've
You would date a girl that was taller than you.
yeah.
No, you. I can't. You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You would actively date a girl that was taller than you.
I mean, I wouldn't passively date a girl that was taller than me. I don't know how you passively or actively date somebody. But no, I have no problem with that. This is so fun. Thank you very, very much.
That's good to hear. Maybe we should just do this. Screw our morning show. Kara said, for these brownies, can I just substitute gluten-free flour exactly the same measurements? There's certain flour though, right? Because I have the 1-for-1.
So when it comes to gluten-free flour, look, gluten-free is not my forte, so I really can't answer that question for you. I'm sorry.
What is
Everything I've had to bake, I will say this, everything here I've had to bake with that I have to make gluten-free, and I use this flour, this specific flour, it is better. It's literally 1-to-1. There's a lot of gluten-free flours that you can't, it's not 1-to-1.
it actually
Like,
says 1-to-1 on there.
yeah, like meaning like you have to, if it's a cup of regular flour, you can use a cup of this.
Have you found that it actually works out that way though? Like nothing is too wet, nothing is too dry?
I mean, no, but I'm also not a professional, and I probably don't care if it is or
Okay.
isn't. So,
What does flour do?
great question. How do you even get it? Like, how is it in here?
What does flour
Where'd
grow
it come from?
So let me break down being a pastry chef really quick. So there are just bakers, there's pastry chefs, there's bread makers, and bread chefs and pastry chefs are under the same umbrella because we both do the whole pastry thing in a way. It's under the same umbrella. However, we have such different jobs that it might as well be as different as being a savory chef versus being a pastry chef. Like, it's just different. They measure things differently. They measure things in percentages. We measure things in grams or ounces, mainly grams. It's just a different ballgame. So that's a question for a bread baker.
Okay. Sorry, I just tripped. Mark said, where'd it go? 'Cause that's not the one.
Have you ever had to like bake at elevation?
That's
Is it
what it
different?
was. He said,
Baking at a mile high.
because we're
like-
at sea level now, but if you were in Denver, would it have to change?
I'm
Does
gonna
Mark know the answer?
I'm gonna be really honest. I never have, so I've never had that.
I guess they
issue.
probably don't film baking shows in Denver. That would probably be a problem.
I don't know. Anybody want to fly
Well,
me
actually,
out to Denver
Marie-
so I could give it a shot? No, I'm just kidding.
The radio fam is baking right now, and she's in Denver, so
Okay.
she might have the answer.
So, radio fan, please let us know how everything turns out.
Oh, apparently, so according to Mark, there's an actual conversion.
I feel
Okay.
like I've seen that before.
That makes sense. It does make sense. The other question I had, for you,
Everyone's
as you've booked
staring
for
in their
people's-
oven. Sorry.
As you've been booked to do weddings, birthdays, all of that stuff. How do you? Because you have to change recipes with food allergies and sensitivities and stuff. What's the most difficult thing to get around?
So,
Is it gluten?
Gluten is really difficult. I have a gluten-free cake recipe. I have a gluten-free cake on my menu, and then I have a vegan cake on my menu. People have been like, "Can I do a vegan gluten-free cake?" And to me, it's a ball game that I'm going to leave to the vegan gluten-free bakers.
How
That's
much
fair.
how much would you have to change if you were doing both of those? Would you have to basically like relearn the whole process?
It's just very different.
It's just a different
There's
science,
like,
I
I would have to change, because I can't give too much away about my recipes, but you know what I
No, you're good.
But there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of basics that you have to know about each and everything, and then when you combine the two, it just whole different ball game. But I would always just suggest to really do your research and find a really good gluten-free and vegan pastry chef.
Do people specialize in that?
People do specialize in it, yes.
Like, don't come to me for your regular person cake. Like, come to me for your vegan, gluten-free stuff.
There's in Capitol Hill, there's a bakery. I should take you to it. I think it's called something flour, but it's all gluten-free and I think dairy-free as well.
Okay. Dairy-free and gluten-free are doable. The vegan changes a lot because eggs are very important.
Oh,
there's something
I also wanted to take
happening in here about
different.
I want to go there.
hold on, give me this real quick. So, I think people are having a discussion in the chat about a convection oven. I don't know what different types of ovens there are, but does the time matter depending on the type of technology your oven uses?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So
what is this one? Sorry, because I don't know anything about anything.
This is on convection, but it is a home. So convection ovens, they have a fan in them. It just circulates the air so everything bakes off evenly.
Okay.
Phenomenal, amazing.
What's the other type of oven?
A regular oven, just like you're baking it, traditional, regular, you're baking it.
Like the oven they used to cook the kids in that weird fairy
You know what's
tale?
funny is as you paused, I was like, she's not going to say people. So this isn't going to be something where someone puts someone in an oven. What
is
movie
that
is
called?
this?
Gretchen and Hansen.
We gotta start making them
Hansel and Gretel!
Hansel and Gretel? Were they baked?
Gretel and Hansen?
They said Gretchen and Hansel.
But
Yeah. Wow.
There have been two Bob references today, and that's a problem.
wait, what was the other one?
Thank you. When I said it looked like Zach Hansen earlier.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
All right, we're under 10 minutes.
Wait, we're
Hold
getting
on.
pictures from people that are baking it right now.
I know, but this is great from Nicole in Southwest Florida.
What?
I'm under 10 minutes panicking. Meringue time. Let's go.
Okay, no problem. There's legit no reason to
Okay.
panic because once those 7 minutes are up, you can put the tray down. You're gonna have to wait like maybe 4 minutes before you apply anything to it anyway because it's gonna be too hot to spread the meringue anyway. You want everything to kind of just chill for a sec. So it's gonna be okay. No panicking. No panicking.
No panicking.
We're chilling. So I'm gonna take my very clean bowl, very clean and dry. I'm going to add. Can we switch the camera really quick?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Don't add anything. I'll tell you when we are switched.
No problem.
This is the cutest, though.
All right. There. That's your angle
you
if you
can't
want to
see
make
it.
sure. Yeah. There we
Okay,
go.
so I'm going to bring this a little bit closer.
Do you need my help over there?
I don't know, I'm just trying to see. Okay, so we're going to take our bowl, very clean bowl, very dry bowl. We're gonna take our egg whites, our 5 egg whites, place them in here.
Did you just get like a carton of egg whites, or did you actually like do the thing where you separate the egg white and the yolk?
So I separated the eggs.
Okay.
I find that you can totally get the carton egg whites. They're a little bit harder to control because most of the time they are frozen and then placed in the grocery store. So they have more water content in them, which takes them a lot longer to whip to the consistency that you want them to be at.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, so I separated these myself.
So for people who may have been using if they're using store-bought egg whites, their time might be different than what you're going to do today. Like the time in terms of whipping.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
So I'm going to I'm going to take my whisk attachment and place it in here. And I have my brown sugar. I added a pinch of salt to it just because we don't want anything to be too sweet. So salt, give me 1 second, guys.
Take your time.
Salt, ooh.
What is that? What are you doing over
So
there?
I have my sugar. Let me just.
Why are you doing that?
So it's kind of like it's got hardened a little bit.
Because it was
It
out
was
for too long?
out for a little bit too long. Totally fine.
Do we need to throw that away and use new
I
sugar?
can do one.
Yeah, maybe.
How much?
We need. Actually, we're fine. Let me just break this up with my hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on.
I didn't know that if you leave sugar out like that, that happens.
Just brown sugar.
Oh, just brown
Yeah.
sugar.
Brown sugar is a little bit finicky. Okay, so we have, you guys can see this, right? I'm going to move this up a little bit more.
Well, that's a good shot.
We have our egg whites in there. We have them going at about a 4 speed. You can turn them up a little bit, actually.
Oh,
Maybe
God,
to
now
like
I'm
a
6.
no, it's totally fine. To 6 speed. So with the sugar, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it really slowly. You don't want to add it all at once because it's just the way that the meringue is going to whip up. It's going to, you kind of want it to just all combine together really slowly so that it fluffs up properly.
Okay.
So I'm going to add the brown sugar in just a minute.
So Michelle's still breaking up the brown sugar to make sure that it's fine enough to put in there.
Correct.
Right. You can't see that process, but it's also not that exciting.
It's really not. So now that, like, once you start seeing a little bit of white pull up, you want to take your brown sugar.
And you're saying white in the egg whites?
Like, quite literally, it's getting a little bit white on top.
Okay.
So I'm just going to slowly just kind of like shake the sugar in. You can turn it up a little bit. This isn't going to go flying, so it's fine. And we're going to slowly add the brown sugar.
Shake it like a salt shaker.
Oh my God. So
Also,
cute.
if you are doing this at home, I know Carla Marie is receiving pictures from people doing this, whether it's by themselves, with their kids, with their family. Definitely send us pictures.
Yeah, I just messaged that in the chat. I know we got pictures of Court and Mike baking with their son Owen, and they're the cutest photos ever. And he's just like looking at the video, like so intrigued. And he said they said he got to stay up late and actually have some of the batter.
Ooh, that's cool.
That makes me so happy.
So you're just slowly, what are you waiting for, or just trying to pour it in slowly? Like, what's the process here?
So I'm just, like I said, you want it to like, you want to add the sugar as it's whipping, otherwise it's not going to whip properly. Eggs are the most interesting ingredient to me. You can do so much with them.
I've actually heard that a lot.
So we have a minute left with our blondies.
And what are we
And then
looking
take
for?
them
I know
out.
there's a lot going on now because there's the minute timer for the blondies in the oven. What are we looking for in the bowl as it's whipping? Like, when do you know to stop? Because this isn't a timing thing; it's a texture thing, right?
Right. So this is a little bit more timing and texture. We want this to be whipped to a stiff peak.
What? A what?
I will show you as we get there.
What did you say though?
But
A
it's
stiff.
a stiff peak.
A stiff peak.
Yes. So right now I can stop it and show you that it's not there yet. So it's like kind of like falling like a ribbon right now, right? It's not there. We're not there yet. This is not considered to be any kind of peak because it's not. It just kind of falls, right?
Oh, seriously, what the peak refers to, like when you take the whisk out,
Yes.
the thing that's left on it.
It refers to the consistency of the egg white mixture, of the meringue mixture.
Okay.
Ricky's in the chat. What up? We love you.
Can you take the blondie out, someone?
Oh, yeah. So Mark, by the way, said, I got it. Put a marshmallow in your brown sugar to keep it moist. Is that a thing?
I've never tried that.
Does the marshmallow like take the moisture, possibly?
No, okay. Oh,
Whoa.
All right, so let's show everyone what your
sure.
blondie looks like coming out of the oven. Here we go. So this is what Michelle's blondie looks like.
Smells like Christmas. And by Christmas, I mean because it's baked. I need to put this
Oh
down.
my God, that does. I just got the whiff now. That
Right?
smells really, really, really good. So is there anything, because if someone doesn't look like that right now, Michelle, what are they looking for if the time didn't work? Maybe based on their oven or based on the flour they used or whatever. What kind of consistency are they looking for?
So you want to see it, you want it to be shiny on top, bless you. You want it to be
Thank
shiny
you.
on top. You want it to be kind of like a little bit browner around the edges and a little bit more golden on top. And yeah. So you want it to smell absolutely phenomenal.
The chat is loving your manicure, Michelle.
Thanks. I did them myself.
What?
I do my, wait, can you even see them? Does it like zoom in or not? Maybe on
Why
this one.
Sonali said, do we add vanilla to this too, the
You
meringue?
can if you'd like. You can if you'd like. Let's see where we're
But apparently
at.
that vanilla is expensive, so you don't have
Whoa, Tacoma Swifty said, I have a brown sugar bear from Amazon. You need one. You use it to help it keep from clumping.
So we're
Whoa.
almost there. We don't really want too much movement. This is about a medium peak. Oh, it's over here. Sorry.
Okay, so the peak refers to when you take the whisk out, the thing that's left over, is it like moving around or is it in fact, stiff peak?
Correct.
Okay.
So we're almost there. Maybe another like minute or two.
Awesome. Marie said it looks just like that and like what we pulled out of the oven in Denver.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She said in the Mile High.
In the Mile High? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Because it's a mile high above sea level. Like a whole mile.
So I'm going to...
Yeah, this looks good just by itself. Like, you don't even really have to do the other stuff.
You don't! You could, but then it would just be like
That's
a
just,
graham cracker chocolate blondie, which is
take
fine.
it.
Still absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
But we're here now, and our
Oh.
meringue is almost done.
Lisa in New Jersey is baking with her sister, and that's what theirs looks like.
That looks awesome. Great
That's
job,
awesome.
Lisa. Okay.
I'm not going to remember who sent me what,
I
but
feel
I'm
like
saving.
you should do a Zoom cooking class where people can show you what they're doing. You can be like, no, that needs to be in the oven longer.
Yeah, I would.
This, take it out of the oven now. And
I
people
would
can like
love
show
to
you.
do that. Let's see where we're at over here.
And we'll get you better microphones
Wait,
than
I
we're
actually
using.
did a cooking class like that with
Well,
the
why don't you
chef
give me- why don't you give me the
from,
microphone and
what's the yacht show?
Okay.
Oh, that's right,
can we get
Below Deck.
Yeah.
Can you switch the camera really quick?
Yes, give me 1 second before you do anything, and I'll let you know when we are switched over.
All right.
3,
So,
2.
That's hot. Be careful.
Yeah, this is hot. Don't touch it, Carla Marie.
I got my face rolled.
Okay, so
Look
here
at
we
that
are,
stiff peak.
Anthony.
and we're good.
Just how I like my mountains.
And you'll feel it. Like, I know that you can't really, like, you're not feeling it right now, but like, you can feel that it's thicker. You can feel that it's stiff. We're good
So-
to go.
It's allowed to wiggle a little bit.
I
So let's
can't.
wiggle just a little bit, but you're gonna really, when you take it out, you're gonna feel that it's way stiffer than it was before.
Should it look like soft serve ice cream or harder than that?
Soft.
Like, you know
Probably.
when you
It's gonna be a little
Probably.
bit firmer than that, but that's
Okay.
a really good like.
Whoa, show that to the camera.
That is cool looking.
Well, it doesn't seem. But.
So we're just gonna pour it
Kelsey
right in
said
here?
I would pay for a Zoom cooking class.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Okay.
How much?
$1 million.
Can you come back and do a Christmas gingerbread special? Probably
I
not
actually
because
wanna-
she needs to actually be baking for her business. in
Christmas
December.
is the hardest.
But we can do Zoom maybe then.
I would love to go down to the actual kitchen where Michelle does all of her work and just be in there. And
Yeah, why
see-
didn't we do? Wait, you're
all
gonna
that.
leave all that in there?
You can eat it.
There's so much left.
Watch your arm so you don't burn yourself. Okay.
all that meringue?
So
Here, is it good? Do you like it?
we have the meringue right
feels
here.
nice.
This is probably.
It feels nice.
Yeah.
Don't do what I'm doing. I have no sensation in my fingertips anymore because I have been doing this for almost 10 years.
It's a good texture.
So everything is in the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife. Here's the deal. Before you do anything, don't pat it down. You want the meringue to be super fluffy.
Marshmallow people, do they put their marshmallows on now?
Let me do this really quick,
Okay.
and then I'll get to the marshmallows. So
You marshmallow people, relax.
marshmallows are the easiest ones. You guys are going to have, it's going to taste delicious, and it's just super chill and super easy.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah, what's up?
If you're not supposed to pat it down, like what is the technique? Like it looks to me like you're patting it down, but I know that's not what you're doing.
Right. So I'm not patting it down. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of like pulling ever so lightly. Like it's very light. You don't want to like put any pressure on it. So I'm moving the meringue without putting any pressure.
Okay.
So
you're not
and it's
forcibly
like
doing it.
I'm not forcibly doing it. Correct. I'm just kind of moving it a little bit. I'm not pushing it. No
This is so fun.
heavy pressure. I'm so glad you guys are
doing this
having a
every
good time.
Sunday.
So I'm just going to, I don't know if you can really see, like do a little squiggle design, super easy.
Oh. Can you do my initials?
Would you like me to? You could if you want. Also, if you want to get really fancy, you can take a piping bag and pipe whatever design you want on top
You
with
can
the
do it with a
meringue.
Ziploc bag, right?
You can also do it with a Ziploc bag, yeah, absolutely. So, would you like to?
Clean this?
So this is what it looks like right now. Like I said, please use mitts.
Yeah,
This
be
is
safe.
fine for me.
Safety first.
Oh, this is so exciting. The radio fam said, wow, this is amazing. I didn't fuck it up.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Okay, so meringue is good. Before I throw this in the oven, actually I'm gonna
Hold on,
throw this
don't.
in the oven.
I'm gonna test something. I just want to. I'm gonna like tap to see how hot it is and how freaky.
Well, this
your
is
hands
not
are.
hot. But
Oh,
feel the bottom. Can you hold that?
Ooh, no, I can't. No.
I'm chilling.
Yeah,
Maybe for like a second I could.
Were you a server?
Yeah, I didn't serve from the oven though.
No, but all the plates at Benzie were hot.
Oh no.
So for the meringue, this is going to be in the oven a little bit longer than our marshmallow folks. Now, for our marshmallow folks, what you can do is you can either throw the meringue on top. Salpe them. All the marshmallows.
Slang some mallows.
Put them all over. You're going to have them in the oven for about 7 to 10 minutes. To your preference, however golden you want them. If you want them super dark, that's all you. It's about your marshmallow preference, right? Like however you like your s'mores.
I've got a question.
Yes.
So for marshmallows, do you suggest using like the big marshmallows or like the little ones and you can kind of like put more of them?
late for that.
No, just asking.
It's really whatever your heart desires.
Okay.
Okay.
But with the marshmallows, like I said, 7 to 10, could be 12 minutes. It's really about your preference there. It's however dark you want your marshmallows to be.
I like mine, like when I am making s'mores, they need to be on fire and black and crisp.
You don't want to do that when it comes to this because then you're going to burn the whole thing.
So not
so
too
Don't light your
not
marshmallows
do
on
that.
fire.
But I like I'm also, when I'm making s'mores, I love them like that too.
No,
so
I go for
kinda
like
get it.
the golden brown.
I'm like a burnt marshmallow.
No, like
s'mores girl.
my marshmallows on fire when I put it in the graham crackers. That's also a personality thing.
Yeah, you're a
I like the
psychopath.
danger.
And if you're doing the meringue, I just put it in the oven. If you're doing the meringue, you're going to keep them in there for about 12 to 15 minutes. It's going to be a little bit longer than our marshmallow friends.
See, I actually like this too because even if people aren't making it right now, understanding the process and understanding like what you're looking for, what you need, different differences you can like things you could swap out. Mm-hmm. You can also do this in a week or in a month or around Christmas time if you're like, oh, I got to bring dessert to this stupid family member's house that I don't want to go to. You can do this and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until then.
Radio fan said, me too, on fire, then blow them out.
Yeah, that's the best.
You are, like, you don't like any.
No, sometimes
you're
I'll
weird.
let them out.
I understand why he doesn't like it, but
Nah.
it's like it takes if I'm eating a s'mores, like
It's the only thing you can eat burnt.
yeah, like
You're
especially
recording a message for someone.
at a
Oh.
campfire.
Whole chat. I'm gonna send it. But keep talking.
Especially at a campfire, I want the experience of like like it's so fun being like, oh, I'm not gonna burn the marshmallow and then accidentally burning it. And I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? Throw it away? No, I'm gonna eat
Yeah.
it. Like it's just the whole experience.
That's the whole thing we just said recorded on Siri.
This is a question from Coconut Love 75. Can you use the torch to burn the meringue?
You actually want the meringue. So what we're doing right now is we're baking the meringue. We want the meringue to get a little bit fluffy and chewy. So there's a reason why we're baking it. However, if you're doing and this is a very pastry term, if you're making a Swiss or an Italian meringue where it's like already cooked halfway, then absolutely take the torch. But right now we have to cook the meringue because it was a French meringue. And that means that it wasn't cooked in any capacity. So we want to cook we want to get it to a certain temperature so that all like the salmonella is done. And
Yeah, we don't
Let's
want
see.
the salmonella here.
No
Mark
salmonella.
said, Michelle, I need new recipe ideas with Thin Mints and samosas. Or Samoas.
Well,
Because that's what you did on the show,
that's what I
right?
did on the show. I was going to say, well, did you watch the show? Because those are some ideas right there.
A lot of people though saying they're gonna bake this
Yeah.
week.
Oh, that
UD
makes
Flyer,
me so excited.
Martha.
Please tag us.
Yeah, make sure whenever you do this, because this will be on YouTube later as well. Whenever you happen to do this, you can always post on Instagram at fists, plural, full of cake, and Carla Marine Anthony on Instagram.
And don't forget, if you're doing marshmallows, you're doing them from 7 to... Check on them after 7 minutes to see how dark you would like them.
And what are people looking for besides the time? Sorry. What are people looking for besides the time with the meringue?
With the meringue, you're looking for pretty much for trying to dry it out a little bit. So we want it to be, it's going to be super shiny. It was super shiny when it came out of the bowl, which is another reason that we add our sugar ever so lightly, like while it's whisking, is because that's going to add the shine aspect. That's another element that kind of happens when you add the sugar slowly. So when it comes out of the oven, it's going to stay shiny.
How long is this in for? We just got that question. The meringue one.
The meringue is in from 12 to, and that's the marshmallow thing again, from 12 to, could be 15 minutes, could be 15 minutes to 18 minutes. So let's just say 12 to 18 minutes, depending on the preference of how dark you would like your meringue to be.
Tacoma Swifty said, "Oh my God, my kitchen smells heavenly. My husband is making turkey burgers, and we're gonna have this for dessert." I also don't think I realized you had a husband. Did you know that? No, how?
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't think I knew about that. Sorry to husband if you're watching. I didn't know you existed.
I'm so happy you guys are making this. That's so cool.
My mom said, "Is this pretty much like you make a lemon meringue?"
The way that I made the meringue for this, I used brown sugar. A lemon meringue is typically white sugar. And basically, yeah, that is how you do the topping. But for a lemon meringue, there's 2 different ways to make it. There's you're baking the lemon part is one way, and then making a gelatin-based custard is another way. But regardless, you add the meringue on top, and then you torch it after.
Mom, maybe we'll make this for Christmas instead of your pistachio cake that no one
You're
eats.
about to get in a lot of trouble.
Pistachio cake sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's shaped like a Christmas tree and no one really eats it. It just sits there every year and she gets so mad.
Is it in one of those like Christmas tree pans?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm getting yelled at for it, but she knows the truth.
It's fine. Mama Marie, can you just make sure to remind Carla Marie to bring me a slice
of
on
that
Christmas?
cake? I'll
of
bring
the
you.
pistachio cake.
I'll bring
I
you
would love
that.
to try that.
It is good.
I love pistachios.
But here's the
Why does
problem
no one eat
with
it?
because we have 7 courses of food before the dessert.
That's fair. Oh, you guys do all the fish?
That's Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's Christmas Eve.
You should come over for Christmas Eve this
I'm
year.
busy that day.
It's at Ashley Marie's house.
So busy.
I've
never been more busy that day.
In all honesty, you buy all your Christmas presents on Christmas
I
Eve.
do,
And
yeah.
then,
It's true.
And then
He's
your
not
parents
lying.
have a Christmas party. So, yeah.
It is
in
really the
all
busiest day of
honesty,
my life. I usually go to Garden State Plaza. This year I couldn't do that, so I had to actually buy things ahead of time.
It was a struggle for him, for real.
Yeah.
No, but on Thanksgiving, like, we actually eat the dessert, which is my mom's pumpkin squares, which you can make a killing off that recipe. She'll take 10%. I'll cut a deal. It's so good.
I want to try them.
Bobby
the pumpkin
Flay
squares
tried
are
them
great.
and said
They're
they
very
were amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Mama Marie?
Mom, maybe, sorry to rip off this whole idea, maybe we'll make pumpkin squares together on here for Thanksgiving. You can join in and watch and make them too.
Yeah, sure, of course.
I would be so nervous if I was baking something of my own in front of Michelle.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, we couldn't do it.
It's like that one time I had to play basketball in front of an actual NBA player. Oh, D. Lim, thank you very much. Look at all those subs.
No,
Is that 10?
Didn't you do tennis?
Oh, I did. Well, tennis I didn't care about. I got to play tennis with John McEnroe one time.
That's like a big deal.
It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. Let me hold this. And he gave me his headband afterwards. That's how I think finally I got rid of it, where I was like, no one knows that this is John McEnroe's headband. It's not
But
like
you know. Like,
Yeah.
I still have the
It might
guitar
be in a
pick that
box.
Pete Wentz threw at me and landed down my shirt.
It might be
That's
in a
really
box
great
in
aim.
storage. Yeah.
Remember?
But-
I was on your shoulders at the Super Bowl
Oh,
concert.
I do remember that, yeah. So, what was his name? I just said it a second ago.
John McEnroe.
John McEnroe. It was a promotion we were doing. There's a tennis court, a tennis club above Grand Central Station. It's like in the same building, but above it.
Oh,
so
wow.
we met there, played tennis for a little bit. And then at the end, he was like, here, now you've been like kind of christened in the tennis world. Here's my headband, because that's like his famous thing. So that was cool. I didn't feel pressure then because I'm just bad at tennis. But then I got to do with the same company. I think it was Dove Men Plus Care. They were doing a promotion with a basketball player, Tim Hardaway Jr. And we went to a court right on the Hudson River in New York City. And he was like, all right, here's one of the drills we do. You can't stop the drill until you hit 3 threes.
Oh, didn't you suck?
I missed. I swear to you, I missed 30 shots in a row. Because he's like passing me all like professionally. He's like, here's your ball. And I'm like, ugh, I suck. It was really bad. And then the more I missed, the more nervous I got. So it just like, it went from like barely missing to like, you're a terrible basketball player. It was bad.
Chelsea Olsen, what are you doing?
We filled up the cup again, guys. Here, hold on.
Oh, are we doing another
Dump it
shot?
out.
Oh, all the shot glasses are in there.
Also,
They have meringue
if
in
you
them,
guys
it's fine.
don't want to make this and you guys just thoroughly love watching cooking shows, which thanks for watching, guys. This is also on my menu. You can find this on our website. We ship nationwide.
Okay.
This is on our ships nationwide menu. Fistfulcake.com/store.
Well,
Just go to
I'm
our
sure if they
website.
go to the website, they'll find it.
You'll
But
definitely find it.
if they want, like, let's say they've got a birthday party coming up, how far in advance do they have to order it to get it on time?
So
and should they get it? How far in advance should they get it? Like, should they get it delivered the day before, day of, all of that stuff?
So when it comes to birthday parties, definitely suggest at least 10 days in advance. And it's totally understandable. Sometimes things are last minute, a couple days in advance. Always try your luck with us. We might be able to fit you in, but ideally 10 days is perfect. And then if you're ordering, I always suggest ordering the day before. Keeping room in your fridge for the cake.
So having it delivered the day before.
Having it delivered or picking it up the day before, yes. And having room in your fridge for the cake. Just setting it aside just so it's ready to go. It's one thing you don't have to think about that day.
Let's see.
Wait, Morgan, I'm not understanding your question. She said, I don't know if this has been answered, but should we spread out the marshmallows or just leave them after they bake? Do you like mush them around?
So after they're done baking, just let it cool. They will deflate, they will chill, it'll be perfect, but just don't touch them anymore. You're done, everything's done, let it cool.
Do the marshmallows end up covering the whole top?
It's whatever you
that's
want.
you had to spread them. It's up to you how you want to spread them, but yeah, ideally.
It's going to be a
Guys,
little watered
we
down,
have to
so
do
this
a
should
show
be easy.
tomorrow.
This should be fine. Cheers,
Cheers,
thank you
guys.
for filling up the cup a third or fourth time, wherever we're at.
I did the breathe in thing.
Yeah, you breathe in and then you take the shot and you blow out. How you feel?
Great.
I can tell.
Marshmallows are browning for Lisa and Jen. No, Diana, no mushing the marshmallows around.
What's up?
We still got 5 minutes on this bad boy?
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, so this is
Court
something...
said, am I allowed to murder Mike, her husband, for walking into the kitchen and turning off my timer while I'm baking these for him?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Michael
question.
Meredith.
I'm going to grab this because this was a debate that we had, I believe, on Christmas Eve or whatever. No, Thanksgiving when we were cooking.
Oh, no.
So I like to open the oven to check on
No.
things. Why?
What the?
Why?
The only time you're ever opening, because you're literally releasing all of the hot air.
Yeah, but
out
like
of
I
the
can't
oven.
see it as good, you know?
You should bend down.
That's- okay,
If your jeans were
here's
so
the deal.
freaking tight.
The only time I will ever say yes, open the oven, is if you're turning the pan. Luckily, we are working with a convection oven right now. Ovens are wonky. They're their own machine, right? So there's hot spots in ovens. Sometimes it's the back left corner. Sometimes it's the back right corner. Sometimes it's the front. You never know. Convection ovens with the air circulating, you're good. It's always gonna be circulating. It's just everything's
So it
gonna be
cooks more
cooked evenly. The only time you ever open an oven is if you're moving something.
Or if it's on fire.
So just
Sir.
to check it, I can't just like...
No.
Remember how many batches of cookies that I make on Thanksgiving? I went to the grocery store on Thanksgiving because he hated my first round of cookies.
Well, they were also just... They were sand.
Wait, he spit them out live on Twitch.
They were sand cookies.
They were
How did I miss this?
It was
well, it
honestly
was
like...
Thanksgiving. I was
It
busy.
was like, honestly, she went to Seaside, took some sand and patted it down and handed me a cookie.
It was
Carla Marie.
You know they were
Oh,
sand cookies.
No,
recipes?
I baked them before. I think I messed up something live on Twitch that day because I was panicked. And so later throughout the day, I kept doing it and I kept doing it. And finally Sorry, there was literally a squirrel outside.
Squirrel.
Well,
Finally, by the end of the day, I finally had a good batch.
eventually,
and
yes, it did end up getting better.
I don't know what I did.
Let me just always run the recipes by me. This is
Okay.
the one thing.
It
all
was
my
the
friends were
DoubleTree
like,
cookies.
Which are great cookies.
The best cookies
Have
I've
you
ever
ever gone
had.
to a DoubleTree and had their cookies?
It's the best chocolate chip cookie.
I don't. Fun fact: I don't really eat sweets.
Okay.
So no.
The DoubleTree cookies?
How do you know
good.
your stuff
And
is good then?
I'll taste it.
Okay.
The first time, and then recipes are consistent because I work in.
Everyone is yelling at Anthony to just look in the oven from the
Look,
outside.
yeah, turn the
I
light
wanna, like,
on.
see-
Ricky said, Anthony, there's an oven light to see inside. No, guys, I'm telling you, it's because he can't bend down because his pants are always so tight. A lot of people have been ripping on your pants lately.
I'm okay with it. I like my pants.
We don't wear skinny jeans anymore. You're such a millennial.
Such a millennial.
If UFO
They're
fans.
nice.
are-
I don't think they
Wait,
look that
Anthony, are you a millennial?
Yeah.
No, he's Gen Z.
No, he's.
No, I mean a boomer. What's before us? X.
No, I am
totally X.
still... No, I'm a millennial.
I'm like.
Are you an elder millennial?
Yeah.
Wait, it's doing it again.
Ooh.
I
one
said
to the
it.
left.
Telling you it's because he can't. I'm okay with it. I like my pants sheen anymore. You're such a Gen Z. No, I have no. I'm on the oil. Yeah, I'm going into it.
Oh God, that's so
I'm on
good.
the older side
That's my
of the
fault.
millennial spectrum, but I am a millennial. Like full on millennial.
You're a young millennial? My nieces are still millennials.
I'm a young millennial. Yeah, I'm like on the end of
You're
it.
cusp.
But I don't like that word when it comes to millennials and Gen Z.
Because
Why?
you don't want to be Gen Z?
Because I'm not Gen Z. I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
Because I truly have the
You're a
experience.
millennial.
No, I truly have the experience of like technology and no technology.
I think it is also your culture that makes you, like, because you guys, like, how you guys were raised, I think makes you more, like, you're less Gen Z that, like, doesn't really want to work or do anything or just wants to be a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like, your family has taught you guys to work hard, and that's important.
Yeah,
and you have
that's
to.
correct.
What do we got? It's
It's 0 minutes.
So I'm gonna take a look really quick.
So are you going to open it?
This is.
Wow.
I have to.
Can I open it?
By all
What am I
means.
looking for?
Millennials 81 to 96. So my nieces are literally the last year of millennials.
I'm not even the
You
oldest.
can open it.
What am I looking for?
Oh my God! It looks like a little fluffy.
It's like
It looks like a fresh pow day. Am I so
Okay.
loud?
So
Yes, don't yell.
I'm going to show you guys what.
I can't wait to pull that
I
clip.
took this off. Cancel. There we go.
Fire!
You okay? It's fine. It was a tap.
I just have so many scars. It's fine.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so
This is why I need room in the kitchen.
I gotta go put cold water on it. No hot. No, it's not cold water. What is it, Michelle?
cold water. That was my bad. I should have said hot behind.
Hot behind? What does that mean?
It's kitchen terms, meaning I have something hot and I'm behind you.
Hot
so
behind.
this is what it looks like right now. I would like this to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to put it in
What?
the oven. I want it to be a little bit toastier. So I'm going to put it in the oven for another 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, and
So once it
see what
starts getting
looks
a little bit of like brown on top, you're going to take
right.
it off,
So
basically.
I would like it to be a little bit more golden on top, and then we should be good.
And then we'll have the injury
It
report.
dropped in temperature.
Once we go into overtime, we'll then have the injury report on today's Sunday night cooking.
Dude. Are you okay?
I'm here on the sidelines.
Listen, I burned my whole leg off with the straightener.
I'm here on the sidelines
You did that.
with
Flex your muscles. Flex your muscles.
with Carla Marie.
I don't know how to do this.
She just came out of the locker room. How are you feeling, Carla Marie?
Wow, my arm looked ginormous in that last shot.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. Like I can get back out there.
Yeah, you think you'll be able to finish the game?
Yeah. I can totally finish the game. Might take some like work after
Oh
the
my
game,
god,
but I
someone
think
got that.
Okay. Just making sure.
Sorry,
Good luck
guys.
out there.
thank you.
What are you guys reading?
embarrassed.
The chat.
Oh. Hot behind.
Hop behind.
Remember
I
that.
would have been like, what? So I'm glad
Yeah.
you didn't do that.
It somehow would have
I'm
turned out
not
worse.
wearing skinny jeans, by the way. I am wearing loose
I'm wearing
pants.
Jean
bike
jeans.
shorts, the
I'm wearing
ultimate
regular
Gen Z
loose
move.
straight leg pants
happening
from
here?
Old Navy.
Are you drunk?
No. And my cat slippers.
Oh, you're not allowed to remove your footwear in the kitchen?
You guys are wearing real shoes.
Yes. What were we supposed to wear?
I don't know, slippers.
What's like your standard? Do you wear Crocs in the kitchen? Like, what's the deal?
I wear clogs, kitchen clogs.
So they're like kind of
Crocs.
Crocs or not really?
Crocs.
Crocs, I don't know. What's
So,
a kitchen clog?
Fun fact, so there's certain shoes that are approved for being in a kitchen. Like you always want non-slip.
Like Skechers. I've seen the ads.
Listen, I have no offense, Skechers. If you wanna, we're chilling. So I have worn kitchen clogs. I didn't love them at first, and then I bought Crocs because Mario Batali came out with a pair of Crocs for the kitchen.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Also, Vans came out with a pair of pair of Vans that are kitchen approved, not
The rubber ones?
The rubber ones.
Those are really cool.
They're really cool. They
You don't like 'em?
It was their first run, so I feel like they need a little bit of work.
Okay.
They ripped very quickly.
Oh, wow.
So kitchen clogs are probably the best
And
thing
that's
that
like
I
a
wear. in the
brand?
kitchen. No, they're called. It starts with a. I can't remember the name.
Can
Honestly,
regular
I bought
people
them when
buy
I was
them,
in
or is it-
culinary school. Yeah, you could absolutely get them at.
I used to wear Adidas in the restaurant because we had to wear all black sneakers. Waitressing. Oh my God, it was miserable. I don't know why I did it. But I used to wear like all black Adidas and they smelled like garlic and oil. So I throw them out. They used to have to be in a bag in my house.
This is the best comment I think we've received. UD Flyer 08 said, I skipped the first half of Sunday Night Football to watch you guys. And then after the last part, I'm basically getting both from your stream. That's why I had
Football?
the sports update.
Well, let me tell you what. Football is so boring. Anthony was watching it the other day. What team was that?
I was watching a bunch of college football games.
No, you were watching other football.
College football?
No, on Thursday.
Oh, that was the end of the Bucks and Dallas game, yeah.
Oh, it actually was a little bit interesting.
That was a good game. That was a really good game.
The weird things were happening. But when it's like the boring thing where it's like every
Dance
inch,
go.
it's so annoying.
Sorry.
Like every inch they gotta move and like everyone's gotta measure it. It's stupid.
Carrie 0306. Yes, dance go.
Do I have a mark?
Those are a little bit. I'm so
Oh, you're fine. That's not that.
It's okay.
Those are the
I
kitchen
got
cogs that I use.
all
Dance
the
go.
cream. I use Always Pan, which Kelsey is asking me about.
What?
Kelsey said, "Is that an Always Pan? Always, right? That's what it's
This
called."
one?
Mm-hmm. I said yes, and she just ordered one because she always gets the Instagram ads. I've had
She
it.
always gets the always ads?
Or is it Our Pan? Is what it's called?
Oh, does it have a name on
No,
it?
it's Our. But they just came out with a pot, and they released each day a different color. Genius. I am very much obsessed with their marketing.
So I'm going to give these blondies another minute. You want the blondies to cool for at least an hour before you cut into them, by the way.
I have to wait an hour?
Are you fucking kidding me? We're not doing that.
No, we're going to do it.
No,
I want the
what do
best
you-
experience.
No, we want to eat it immediately.
Okay,
It's not going to be good.
What do you mean?
Look, you need pastry to be cool in order for you to be able to taste everything in it.
That's right.
Did anyone else know that was Our Place Always Pan? Thank you, Julie. Did you tricked us? You didn't tell us about that part prior. So now we have to stay on the stream for an hour before we can eat it.
No, we'll end it and everyone can join in. We'll do an Instagram video.
Yeah, I'll do an Instagram video.
Are we gonna go live?
Sure. ¿Por qué no those? But no, we don't have to stay on here.
Okay. Should I send a newsletter out today? I'm wondering if I need to actually do real work tonight. Does anyone need a newsletter? I mean, we're live tomorrow. What do you need to know? Oh, we do have a fun announcement this week.
Sometimes Elderly will hop behind at me when I walk in the...
Guess I know what breakfast is gonna be tomorrow morning. Jen, you're right.
Can you read this real quick?
My mom said to put it
Fred?
outside.
Fred.
Fred.
Sometimes elderly women yell, hop behind at me when I walk in the post shorts. Fred.
Like, well, how does he come
Fred's
up
the
with
man.
it?
Honestly, that was our favorite thing to yell in culinary school. Hop behind, and then we'd be like, you know.
I meant to say I want to go to culinary school. I'm done talking.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Everyone appreciates that.
All right, so we are
see
going
yourself
to. We're gonna take a look again.
I'm moving.
Yeah, Carla
Hot
Marie.
behind.
Hot behind, Carla Marie. Okay, so it got a little darker.
Whoa.
Oh, so I
Gucci.
was expecting. Okay, so this is actually a good distinction. When you said you were going to wait for it to brown a little bit, I was expecting what it looks like when you roast a marshmallow, where like parts of it, like those like streaks of brown. You're talking about the overall color of
Correct.
the meringue. Okay.
Carla Marie.
What are you doing? Who invited you here?
Eye for an eye, man. You burned me.
Okay, then you commit.
That was fascinating.
So yeah, this is the color that
Show
I
it closer.
choose. This is the color that I choose for it to be. It's a little bit golden, and it's done.
So
in
it's like
my
a
eyes.
sand, kind
It's
of.
like a sand color. Yeah, you could go darker. I don't suggest it because you don't want to overbake everything.
That's fair.
And then for marshmallow peeps, it's always going to be very quick with marshmallows because they're already.
Correct yourself. Not like the peeps.
Oh.
Oh my God, you could make an Easter one.
You could use peeps, by the way.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's just going to, this is done, in my opinion. You don't want to overbake it. But marshmallow peeps, like I said, nothing past
Marshmallow people.
marshmallow people.
Humans who are using marshmallows.
Folks.
Marshmallow folks, you don't want to go past the 12-minute mark because you're going to overbake them. You want them to be overbaked.
Question for you
Yes,
in terms
sir.
of waiting for it to cool.
Yes.
Do you leave it out? Do you put it in a fridge? Does it matter?
We don't want to put hot stuff in a fridge because it's going to change the whole temperature of the refrigerator, which could mess up every other food that's in the refrigerator. So
My mom
we want
said
to leave
put
this
it
out.
outside.
We can leave it outside if it's in the wintertime. That's
So if you had like an enclosed porch or something, you could technically just leave it out there.
Absolutely. That's what I would do when I was at your parents' house and I need things cool.
They have an enclosed porch.
Yes.
We don't. And
Although,
we put
by the
everything
way,
outside for all the animals.
I've said this for everybody. If you ever want to rob my family's house, you don't actually have to go in. They have a couple things on the enclosed porch. Just leave my family alone. Just take it and go. It's fine.
What's on the enclosed porch?
Nothing. There's like
There's
a couch.
like a bike, a couch.
There's seltzer.
A lot of seltzer.
A
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of seltzer.
There's a hookah.
Yeah.
Probably a hookah, yeah.
But with COVID, you don't want to steal that.
No.
Out of all the things to steal, that's not it.
Does anyone
This
have any
is-
questions?
So you said let it sit at least out, like put it on a countertop, leave it for an hour, and then you can enjoy it.
At least an hour, yes.
At least.
Yes.
Okay.
But we're gonna put this not on the oven.
Oh yeah, do you
because
leave
the
it
oven's
covered
hot,
or
so-
covered or uncovered? Does it matter?
Uncovered, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want more wine?
No humid. Yes, absolutely. Please.
Mom, this is Cab.
And as we're coming to an end with the stream, and obviously we'll be back on tomorrow morning. Thank you for everyone who's actually going to do the double, hang out with us on a Sunday evening and then
like a
Monday
work
morning.
shift.
It is. It's a double. I mean, hanging out with us is sometimes a little difficult.
Okay, Michelle.
So Sunali said, "How do you know when it's cooled?" Which is actually a great question. So the hour is the minimum, but what are you looking for?
So you're going to be able to touch the bottom of the pan at least 45 minutes in. So if you want it to be completely cool, if you want to speed up the process, you can do it once it's cool to touch. You can throw it in the refrigerator to speed up the process a little bit. And that's like probably after 45 minutes. You don't want to keep it on top of the oven. Keeping it on top of the oven is also cooling, right?
Yeah.
So it's still like projecting heat. So def a no for that.
Do you
but-
normally use a cooling rack?
I'll put it on a cooling rack
I don't have
sometimes.
one.
What is it? What the hell is a cooling rack?
It's like a little shelf.
Yeah, it's like a perforated, it's like a rock.
So it's not. So it has air to breathe underneath.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
got it.
You
And
could.
then-
It's not a big deal if you don't.
Here's another question. It was from Lisa. If we're going to leave it to cool overnight, how long should we wait to cover it? Or do you have to cover it at any point?
One more time.
So if they're going to leave it to cool overnight, like they're not going to touch it or eat it
Okay.
today, at what point do they have to cover it in the process? Because I'm assuming you don't want to leave it covered for like 12 hours.
You only cover it when it's 100% cool.
Okay. Which, wait for at least an hour, you said.
More than that.
No.
More.
So
Oh.
if you're covering it, because remember, especially if you have the meringue, eggs still have liquid in them. And as much as we try to dry it, it's still not 100% dry. It's still going to be fluffy. So you need it to be 100% cool. Otherwise, you're going to create humidity into the whole dessert itself, and it'll just project water. You don't want that to happen. So once it's 100% cool, that's when you can wrap it.
I have a question.
Yes.
2. So cutting them.
Yes.
Does it matter what size you cut them? And someone asked, how do you store them?
You store them by wrapping them. The whole.
In-
You could keep them in the pan.
Like saran wrap is fine.
Saran wrap is 100% perfect.
about
Refrigerate?
Tupperware?
Oh, yeah.
Not room temperature. You want to keep them room temperature just because, like I said, another thing, humidity is egg white's worst nightmare. You don't want to do that. This is especially if you use the meringue itself. Super wrapped. We call it a hotel wrap when you wrap it once and then wrap it.
Why hotel?
It's just because like how hotels store things. They wrap it vertical and horizontally.
I feel like restaurants do that too.
Right, but that's just what it's called. I don't really know why, to be honest.
I'm like, is that what they
we
do
call
under
it-
the mattress? Is it under the sheets for the mattress?
That actually might be why. I
They
don't know.
probably do.
But that's why we call it hotel. It's just it just means double wrapping. Kitchen terms. And
I want to make sure
then
there's no questions.
There are.
There are.
So Kelsey said, so maybe after 45 minutes, I can put it in the fridge uncovered.
yes.
Okay. Easy.
But
If
I
it's
wouldn't
cool
keep
to touch.
if it's cool to touch, but I wouldn't keep it like that overnight. You have to wrap it and you have to store it room temperature.
A lot of people are saying this was a lot of fun.
I'm so glad you guys had fun.
This was
That
really
makes
cool.
me so
like,
happy.
who knew they can make meringue? I didn't.
Look
Join
at
us
you.
for tomorrow's breakfast meringue stream.
Are you guys gonna be eating this for breakfast
Our
tomorrow?
breakfast blondies, yeah.
I love it.
With our shots.
Oh my
I
God,
love it.
Carla Marie, if you ever do your own morning show, you can call it breakfast blondies.
What if I have my hair pink?
Don't. Don't ruin
Breakfast Blondies is such like a standard podcast. Like,
Yeah. I like it. All right. Well, thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us. Michelle, if people want to find you, Instagram, website, what do you got?
So Instagram is at Fistful of Cake.
2 fists, 1 cake.
2 fists, 1 cake. Website is fistfulofcake.com. TikTok is Fistful of Cake. Yes, we have a TikTok. We're working on getting a lot of content on there, and it's been a lot of fun, honestly. So follow us on TikTok. If you live in the LA area, the greater LA area, by all means, send us an email, call us, do whatever, order some cakes. We'd be happy to serve you.
We're gonna. Carla Marie is now acting up. We have to end it.
She burdened me. I can eat that.
What is if someone said, what is the best thing that you make?
Oh, you can't do that to her.
There's got to be an answer, right?
Try the Lebanese cheesecake.
Lebanese cheesecake. Order it.
And the little meringues.
And the meringues are around in Christmas time and Thanksgiving. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Bye. Thank you.
You look great.